So good. I could eat one of these every day. Last night we made the best pork chops I have ever had in my entire life. I am not a fan of pork chops. They were so good, we were excited to eat them again tonight, so I actually went to the butcher, got some super thick ones. These were piggybacked on a video we did last night for Kirsten's super excellent holiday mashed potatoes. We didn't really talk much, we just said we were making pork chops, kind of.
Yeah, briefly.
But they were so damn good, like you will lose your mind having these. So I'm gonna go quickly through the steps, get them on the smoker, talk about how I'm smoking them. If you don't have a smoker, it's fine. You can pull this off with a barbecue. I'll go over what I would do on a barbecue a little bit later. But very simple. For the rub, a little less than 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar in the bowl. Then everything is pretty much going in tablespoons. So I've got onion powder, bam, tablespoon. Coarse black pepper, about a tablespoon. Granulated garlic, tablespoon. This is just regular paprika. I'm only gonna go, actually I lied. I'll probably go about 1/2 of a tablespoon of that, because with the smoked paprika, I'm gonna go 1.5 full.
Oh, wow.
It just added so much great flavor to it. Chili powder, about a tablespoon. And then last but not least, kosher salt. So I'm going to combine that together, and then I'll clear off the space. We'll come back, we'll rub these, and then we'll talk about the whole barbecue situation. Everything's combined. So all we need to do now is rub. I am really quick because I'm kind of crunched for time with this. We're making a garlic herb sauce to go with this. It's got garlic, butter, lemon, some lemon zest in it. Right now, I just need to get the garlic in the oven and roasting so it's nice and soft for when I make that and we start to simmer it, which we'll go over in a little bit. But let's get these rubbed. So I just want to coat them good on both sides. I'll rub it in, and I'm going to let these suckers rest for probably a good 45 minutes or so, really to take on that flavor. And then while I'm doing this, I suppose we can talk. By the way, I am just pumped. I am salivating over these right now.
I know,
I'm
actually really excited too.
Yeah.
I know, we took some to my mom and dad last night.
They both said, without being prompted, these are the best pork chops I have ever had in my life. And I said it when I tried it. I said, that's the best pork chop I've ever had. They're fucking good.
Yeah.
Sorry. Freaking good. So anyway, so let's get these seasoned up. But here's what I'm going to do smoking. So I'm going to put them on at a temp of about 230, I think is what I'll smoke them at. I'm going to probe 2 of them because they're going to be spaced out on the top rack. So I'll probe the one that's closest to the heat source and then the one that's furthest from the heat source. That way I know how I need to rotate them, because I want to pull all of them at very close to 135 degrees before I reverse sear them, at which point I'm going to pump that sucker up to about 500 degrees, and they're going to sear for just a couple of minutes per side until they're ready to come off, hopefully right at 145 with any luck. If I'm anywhere between 145 and 150, I'm good. Above 150, I'm super bummed out, and somebody else has to eat that one. I'll eat the good one. If I were to barbecue these, I would say I would barbecue them indirect heat, lowest setting on my grill, and I could actually do it on my grill because it moonlights as a barbecue. Mm-hmm. But indirect heat, and same thing though, until they reach about 135 degrees, and then pull them off, kick up the temperature to about 500 or as close to it as I can reach, sear them both sides, pull them off, hit them with that sauce. I might actually put some of the sauce on before they go back on to reverse sear, and then we're going to cover them with the sauce after, just so maybe some of it can penetrate the meat.
Yeah, even my mom was like, what is on top of these pork chops?
Yeah, it's killer. It's insane. It's absurd. I hope you watch this. If you don't like pork chops, you will. Yes. I promise you will love this. Hmm? The smoker has reached 230 degrees. We're ready to put them on now. So I'm going to put them all on the top rack. I'm going to probe just 2 of them. A couple things that are really, really important that you should know. So there's 2 reasons we cook them low and slow. First reason for just barbecuing, you want to cook them through evenly without drying them out. If you put them on hot as hell, you're going to finish cooking the outside, and you're going to have two things. You're going to either have a piece of meat that's cooked on the outside and raw on the inside, or if you cook them entirely through super hot, you're going to have them burnt on the outside and dry on the inside. For the smoker, obviously, we're looking to also build a little bit of smoke. So that's another reason we're cooking them low and slow. I'm going to probe only two of these. I'm going to probe the piece that's closest to the heat source and the piece furthest away from the heat source. My guess with these is that I'm probably going to reach about 120 degrees on this first one when I reach about 110 on this last one, at which point I'm going to swap the two of them and then swap the two inside ones and try to bring them up to 135 degrees evenly, where I'll pull them, rest them, kick the heat up, and then I'm going to finish searing them all at the same time. What's important about that is if one of these hits 135 and another one is, say, at 125, they're still all coming off at that point. I can always finish searing one of them when the other one is done and off and finished resting. If I try and pull them all up to 135, odds are I'm going to have one of them at 145 degrees, and then I have no time to fully sear that. It's just going to be an overcooked piece of meat if I try and sear it at that point. So whichever one hits 135 first, they're all coming off. Okay.
Can't wait.
Here we go. Our little piggies are coming up to temp, and we're making our garlic herb sauce. Very simple. So that garlic that I started roasting earlier, I just squeezed it out. We have, well, I'd say a little over a cup of olive oil. I didn't measure, I just poured it in the bowl. So I'll start out by zesting lemon into that. Not a whole bunch, I don't know, maybe a teaspoon's worth, something like that. Whatever I get out of it. And then we're gonna cut and we're gonna squeeze that into it, the whole lemon. That's what I learned yesterday. We used almost a whole lemon yesterday, and it felt like it could have had the whole thing. So let's chop that sucker in half, squeeze it in with my new tool that I got.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm glad we got this. No more seeds on my fingers.
Nice.
Look how much easier that is.
Oh.
I shouldn't have said it.
After we just said, look how much easier that is, and there you go. You just
Can
got
you
a
see
little.
it all over my face?
You got a little lemon shower. Okay, that was funny.
Maybe I shouldn't have gone so hard. Stupid.
Well, it works great.
Okay, so over here I have a little bit of finely chopped cilantro and some Italian parsley that's chopped up. I'll toss those in. Wow. I would say between the two of those, it's probably about the equivalent of 3/4 of a cup, half of Italian parsley, and then the other quarter of cilantro. With the garlic, it's pretty soft, but I'll try and kind of smash it a bit.
Man, we use so much garlic in this house. It's crazy.
I know, it's wild.
This is like our new thing. We love to roast garlic or bake it in the oven.
It goes delicious with everything.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a perfect complement to every dinner.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, think of it. You go Italian, you got garlic, right? Mm-hmm. You're making steak, garlic, pork chops now, garlic. I could even put garlic in Mexican food. And then a half a stick of butter melted. And I've got the dirtiest hands, and I've got lemon on my face. It's burning.
Uh-oh.
A pinch of salt. I'm going to combine all of that real quick. Doesn't need to be super great.
This sauce is freaking amazing.
It really is good.
Like,
so it's going to go in our pan on the stove, and I'm going to cook this low and just simmer it pretty much. I'll simmer it until the pork chops come off for the first time, and when I bring the grill up, I'm going to rub that over the top of the pork chops, and then they're going to go on with that on the pork chops. When I flip them, I'll probably baste the pork chops again with it, and then come in, and then we're going to put it all the way over the top of them. Boom.
Delish.
Time for our rest while the grill comes up to temp. I've got it pumping up to 500. Let's see how we did. So we are getting close to 140 on that one. 133 there. I think this one came up a little high. Yeah, 141, darn. So they're all right. They'll still be okay as long as we're not like hitting 150 or anything. So the only thing we have to do while we wait for the grill is cover these with some of this deliciousness that we made. Look how gorgeous these freaking turned out.
Just doing one more.
And they're
base.
perfect. They're all real close to about 150. A little warmer than I'd like them, but still in the medium rare range.
Taste test time.
I've already tasted the sauce and I'm like dying over here. I'm gonna cut into this filet part of it. So that's perfect. Still moist, cooked through. Oh God, here comes heaven. It's unbelievable.
Same as last night, or even
Better.
better?
It's thick.
Thicker? You can't talk. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's so good. I could eat one of these every day.
Wow, that's saying something.
Oh, I love it.
You did it.
Mhm.